sports.
Entering menu narration pop-up. Do you want to disable menu narration? No.
Finally, it is here. You can take all that just another game stuff and throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players live for.
Entering favorite team screen. You have 12 options. All is selected. Option is set to Wolverines. See you. Back. Pac-12. Sec. Sunbelt. Sec. All. Entering experience level screen. Experience level option is set to freshman. Experience level option is set to varsity. Continue. Entering home screen. Play now is selected. Game settings is selected. Entering settings screen. You have 29 options. Visual feedback is selected. Volume control is selected. Entering settings screen. Game settings is selected. Accessibility is entering accessibility. Menu narration option is set to off.
Aloha. Welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and the home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rainbow Warriors will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. So FIU's offense will start this game off. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Jenkins. He finds his man. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. So Hawaii's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Warriors!
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. The Florida International offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. Looking for space. It's Lawrence. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got his man downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll glide his way in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida International.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
PAT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Gonna let it fly. He's got it down the right side.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll put the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Trying play action. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Back to pass, it's Shager. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Hawaii!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, You know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. Fireworks aplenty in this first quarter, and these two teams put up some numbers as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. We've got this third down play to open the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking for a gap. It's Lawrence. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He'll pull it on the read. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. FIU pushing tempo.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights.
That makes the score Hawaii 21, Florida International 17.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. To the air, it's Shager. The throw. This one's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Sims. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He's running free down the middle. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hawaii. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. On the move, it's Jenkins. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Misfired on the last. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Shager. He lets it fly. Snatches it on the run. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man, you think you've got the defense reeling. You just hit him with a big one. You're going to do it again, and instead, sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity, too, because you deliver the haymaker the play before. You got your opponent on the ropes. You're swinging for the fences on the next play, trying to deliver the knockout shot.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. This will likely be the last play of the half. They go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in Paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii. As they send the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, it's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. Looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed. So hard to stop.
Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Handoff from the gun. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Looking for a man. It's Shager. They get to him as he throws. It's caught. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not be able to turn the corner. He was fighting for that yardage, and he is stopped short. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Off the play fake. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in on the right. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Panthers. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Shager. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. To the air on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. And that is a major brain cramp. He spiked the ball and the clock wasn't running. He didn't save any time. He just wasted it down. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Rainbow Warriors look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Warriors! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. If FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. On the run, it's Lawrence. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up 4th and long.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up third down.
Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And offense has practiced this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Dropping back, it's Shager. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on 3rd down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it.
Wide open, he makes the catch. They stripped it out. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Timeout called here by... It's the first one they've used this half. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Jenkins. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And with that pass right there, over 3. That's a good day at the office, being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. The completion well past the sticks. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Panthers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
number 84.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Late in the game, they've got the lead. They know the opponent's going to throw the football to all areas of the field. That time in the middle, he was right there, almost came away with that interception.
Wants to throw. It's Shager. Throws to the back. He's got him this time. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And the Rainbow Warriors have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. He got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. The inside handoff. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.